Yeah, you got me kind of going on a few things there. As we head towards the race season, not that long, we're heading towards March,
yeah.
And the whole, 62 beats 47, trying to beat those 4 PBs.
Yeah.
I set 15 years ago. It's coming fast.
The time is... Yeah.
Time's ticking, right? And of course we got the, you know what?
Yes.
The injury, right?
Yeah.
The injury. So last week you told me to use the elliptomill, as I call it.
Yes.
So a portion on the elliptical.
Yeah.
And then go onto the treadmill, correct?
Yeah.
And I've been doing that. So I've been up in the time on the treadmill. 20 minutes on the elliptical. And then last week I did an hour running on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And it's hanging in there.
Right.
It's hanging in there. So that's kind of good news.
Okay.
Now today, very interesting. We did a lot of data collection today, correct? And I know you're a proponent of using data to learn things, correct?
Yes.
So today, Malc had me on a thing called RunScribe.
Yes.
Okay, now totally new technology, right, Malc?
It's been around since 2014, but this version is new.
This is new. This version is new.
Yeah.
And it's basically, it looks like a couple of foot pods. So this is your little foot pod, right? And all you did was pop it on one of these on each of the shoe.
Yeah.
And then you push some buttons, right?
That's right.
Push the buttons, and then off I went.
You went.
I went off. Now I'm going to describe it in what I call layman's language. Layman's language, and you can maybe touch on the maybe a slightly more technical side. All right.
Go for it.
So basically, Malc is telling me that these 2 pods have just amazing, sensors in them that measure not only what's happening around the foot and ankle, but through algorithms can actually detect things in other parts of the body.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say.
Some of the things you mentioned to me, power, contact, time that the foot takes, how I land. Well, Malc, why don't you jump in? I'm kind of stumped at 3 of those, but I think there's a couple more, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So to explain what we did here, I'm part of a group. I'm part of a team, a very, very, very small team that makes this product, which we call RunScribe. And what we've done really this morning is it's basically kind of displayed here on the iPad. Is we put you through 2 different runs. Okay. So we did a run right at the start, which was your warm-up run.
Yeah, just a nice, comfortable 9k an hour kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Nice and slow. No training before that. Then we did the training, and then you've run again.
A little faster.
And we ran faster the second time. Yeah. So the first run represents what Martin has been doing recently on his treadmill. The second run represents something a bit quicker, challenging him a little bit more. So what we're able to do with the sensors is basically measure everything to do with foot and ankle motion, and some other background metrics as well. And just to give, we actually now, currently in this latest version, we have about 30 different parameters. So it's kind of over the top right now.
That's a lot,
But the ones that really matter for you, we're looking at things like the ground contact time difference between left and right side, which we were talking about. Yeah. We can look at power as well. That gives me an idea of how fast you can put a force into the ground and come back off the ground. Then we measure various accelerations, both vertical and horizontal. When your foot hits the ground, what does your body feel? That's all left versus right side. And then we look at what's important for you is how much your ankle is moving in and out.
So we can measure the kind of the pronation thing?
Exactly.
Okay, and you can do that?
Yes, and we can measure the deviation from the starting point.
Right.
We can measure how fast that happens. There's a lot of different parameters there, And then we measure, like you say, how the foot strikes the ground, left versus right.
Okay.
So basically the high level, these are all the metrics here, you can see there's quite a lot of them. High level, first run that you did at the slower pace.
Yes.
Everything was really well balanced. Okay. Everything was looking very, very good between the left and the right side. And remember that the left side is the uninjured side. So whenever we're doing anything like this medical, when we're doing anything in terms of injury recovery, we always get an understanding of the uninjured side first. Okay. And then we're looking at the injured side, and there's always some element of comparison, because we want to look at the two and say how different is the injured side. So first run, looking very good, very well balanced between the two sides. The second run that we did, or you did, I should say.
Yeah, I did it, Malc.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I just stood around.
You pushed the buttons? Yeah, just wanted to highlight that point.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. The second run, the data looks really, really well balanced. The only thing that is not balanced is ground contact time.
Right.
And we saw that it wasn't balanced last week.
No, it was off.
But last week we ran a slow run.
That's right. Yeah.
So this week, with more training in the background, you've now run a slow run and become balanced.
But now
at the faster speed, you're not balanced.
Unbalanced. So it's sort of a progression, right?
It's a progression.
Okay.
Exactly. So what I know at this point as the coach is I know that if I can send you off and you can do the slower pace running, I've got no problem with it.
Okay.
Mechanically, I can see there's no issue.
Okay.
And if you've got no pain popping up, we have no issue.
So we'll just keep edging it up, I guess.
Yeah, we can.
Edge the speed up. Well, that's interesting.
We just take it easy on the faster stuff, but it's going to get there. It will gradually get there.
This is, at the moment, this is at a very high level. It's, as you say, it's an iteration of a product that's been evolving.
Yes.
It looks incredible. I'm honoured to be able to have worn it today.
Yeah.
One of the few, right? That's great.
Is, but
it's good to test it, isn't it?
Yeah, we've just done an update, so that's one of the first times that it's been used live on somebody in this setting, like since it's been updated.
Yes.
We've used it.
Not some dead people, but not live people. No, that's good.
Exactly.
No, look, you know what? It strikes me as this stuff is incredible. There's a lot out there these days with the watches you can buy and all the stuff you can record. I guess my only concern is how can I put this? Data overload. All right. Yeah. There's so much out there. People are going to hear this, hear that. I mean, looking ahead, this stuff's got to be, in my mind, anyway, harnessed.
Yes.
So that it's of use to your average run. Don't get me wrong. Your elites, that's great. Let them do what they want. Yeah. But us average runners, right? We need to either, and not everyone can have a coach per se. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
I'm very fortunate. Yeah. But so there has to be. Hopefully, these companies and your company and others realize that you need to help the average person. They want to know about injury prevention, injury recovery, and then also achieving their potential. So I just hope you guys, you big techie guys, are keeping that in mind.
Yes.
Is that fair? I'm being honest now.
It's a really good. It's a good point, and we actually had a discussion recently about it and about the direction. And some companies are going in the direction of what we call self-coaching. Okay. Which means that they produce a product that puts all the power into the runner's hands and makes the runners basically interpreters.
Yes.
We're not going to go that direction.
Okay.
And I personally don't believe in that direction.
Okay.
Because it's been tried before with Nike, Adidas, other companies,
I see what you're saying.
It failed every time.
Okay.
And the reason why is because psychologically people don't really want to collect 20 streams of data themselves and then interpret it themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you kind of dumb it down, as some people are trying to do with feedback, where you basically tell the runner, like, change this, change that on the fly. It's not really what runners want. What runners tend to want, we found, is they just want to go running. And,
that's true.
If they need advice, they want to go to an expert, and they go to the expert, physio, whatever it is, and say, help me. What we found is runners don't really want to become physios themselves. They would just rather do the running.
Interesting. You know what? I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not totally sold.
Yeah.
Okay? Because as a runner, I'd like to control some of my things. I'd like to have some general guidelines. I'd like to, good for you guys, and that's great. And obviously, with what we're doing is, you can really, let me know some stuff. But even having said that, I think there's some potential of giving some power to the runners so they can take, especially preventative things.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I'm going to say. We're not going to get a huge argument here. Okay. But no, I think you understand where I'm coming from. So no, that's good. That's anyway. RunScribe.
Yes, that's
RunScribe. Stay tuned. We'll let
stay
you know
tuned because it's going to be updating and changing in the big changes in the next year. So
and you're going to put it on me,
and
right?
it'll be on you.
A live person, right?
Yeah, not a dead one.
Not a dead one. No. Okay, so let's go on to the next section of the program, which we love.
Yeah.
Right. Ask Eminem.
I think you love it a little bit more than me, but yeah.
Don't you love it? I love it. Anyway, no, Ask Eminem is kind of specific today.
Oh, cool.
And it's from Marg in Vancouver.
Wow.
Okay. And Marg says, hi Martin and Malc. I've been hearing about a run called the Secret Marathon 3K.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, can you tell me what it's about?
Yeah.
Well, thanks Marg, and it's pretty exciting. A week from today, right across Canada, in 10 cities in Canada, there will be the Secret Marathon 3K, and that's a 3K run walk in support of girls and women. We're making a film called The Secret Marathon in Afghanistan. And so this is to help the film, get the film made, but also we're supporting the Canadian Women for Women in Afghanistan charity. And so we're collecting donations. And so we're inviting people from all over Canada to sign up, to register, $15. And it's in Vancouver, Victoria, Edmonton, Calgary, Kelowna, Winnipeg, Peterborough, Kingston, Toronto, Ottawa, right across the country. And we're going to have people come out, bring your family, bring your friends. And because it's 3K, we want to bring people out who maybe traditionally aren't runners, Mark.
Right.
You know, you've got to start somewhere, and you know, come on out, talk to people at the running room. Really huge support from the running room, which is fantastic. And so, you know, we want everyone to come out. So if you're interested, sign up at www.thesecretmarathon3k.com/3K race.
Do people still use www?
I do.
Okay, right.
I do, yeah. As a live person, I use it, Mark.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we also have a virtual registration spot, a virtual where you can sign in at a virtual location. So anywhere in the world, you can sign in. $15, and then on that day, if you can do the time at 6:30 on March the 7th, or any time during that day, do your own 3K.
Right.
And we're going to send you a very unique race bib that you can put on. Yeah, take a picture of yourself, send it in to us, all right? And we're going to put a bunch of these pictures in the credits at the end of the film. And so it's supporting a fantastic cause, the right of equality. Our tagline is running, walking, and working together for equality. And the film is about the women and girls in Afghanistan, but also we believe that even in Canada, sometimes, you know, girls, women, even boys and men don't feel safe out running. Sure. And everyone should have the right to run. You know, you shouldn't feel threatened in running. Yeah. So that's kind of a big thing coming next Wednesday. So I just wanted to share that.
How come you guys picked Wednesday?
Well, the running room. Yeah, the running room. They have running programs, but every Wednesday they have a free run clinic.
Oh, okay.
At 6:30. Gotcha. So anyone can come out on a Wednesday at 6:30 to the running room and just join in and do a free run clinic. And so they've made that clinic this week.
Gotcha.
A week this Wednesday is the one they're going to use for the event. So yeah, I mean 3K. If you run it whatever 20 minutes, if you walk it 45 or whatever, and there'll be tea and so on, Afghan tea and desserts and all different things. So it's really going to be a fun thing. Bring the family and, you know, come on out. So I think one thing about running, and we touched on it in the past, is you know, we can use running in many ways. We can use it for personal objectives, like 62 beats 47, or we can use it as a way for to promote a social cause.
Sure.
Run for charity, and you know that's a huge area, Malc. So it's a real positive thing, though, that we can all do something.
Yeah.
And with our running and give back.
Yeah. It is such an accessible sport.
Yes.
You're talking about a pair of running shoes, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
So highly accessible sport compared to other sports.
Well, and they've really turned it. As I say, the London Marathon is the biggest single-day charity event in the world.
Yeah. We of course know that race, and it's famous for charity, and it's famous for costumes and
all crazy stuff. So again, you know, running, you can use it in many different ways, and it's just such a, you know, wonderful way of meeting people, of getting exercise, and really helping yourself both physically and mentally. So anyway, I hope the folks can make it.
Cool.
Malc, and I hope to see you there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good mate.
For sure.
Great, thank you.